G'day and welcome to Wine Week. I'm Danny.
And I'm Brad.
And normally we have big, heavy, full bottles sitting on the desk, but not this week.
They're empty.
Yeah, well, what we've decided to do was bring along some wines that we've tasted very recently and that we still held onto the bottles of. And, you know, proof positive that we're actually drinking the wine that we talk about. And the first thing I'm going to kick off with is a Sorrenberg Gamay. Now, we talked about Sorrenberg a little while back, about their Cabernet blend. This, the Gamay, very different wine. It's kind of in that Pinot sort of mould, that it's light, fresh, crisp. Up front, you can serve it quite cool in the general terms of red wine, which means that on a warmish day, it's absolutely gorgeous. And this is one of the best Gamays going around at the moment, without a doubt. I did some A-Bing with some Gamays recently, and this one definitely top of the tree from the stuff that I've been drinking. And I guess in some ways it should be, because it's around about $40 retail, but it comes from such a small run. Barry and Jan up there in Beechworth doing amazing things, and this, the Gamay, if you can get your hands on it, I suggest you do so, because it is, as I say, an absolute ripper.
Yeah, look, and for those lovers of Pinot who are looking to try something a little bit different, Sorrenberg Gamays, as Dan said, probably the best Gamay going around. Now, to a bit of a quaffer, and this is one that had actually fallen off my radar a little bit recently, but it was firmly back planted on it again last weekend when I opened up a bottle, and this is the Ingoldby Shiraz. Ingoldby based in McLaren Vale, now part of the Foster's group, but this is the 2008 vintage, and I'm told that the 2007 vintage is also very good. I didn't happen to try that one, but I tried it a few vintages ago when it was one of those ones where you could walk into one of the big chain bottle shops and regularly see it discounted around the sort of $11, $12 mark, which was, for quality price ratio, was really hard to beat for a McLaren Vale Shiraz. These days, recommended retail is sort of the high teens, but it does still get discounted under $15, and in fact we managed to get this one on special for about $13. So when you're getting Shiraz of that quality, again, fluctuates a little bit vintage to vintage, but the 2008 of this is a ripper, really big, intense Shiraz flavours, and goes really well with your barbecues that are happening this time of year in summer. So the Ingoldby Shiraz, worth a look.
Yeah, now that is a definite right now, drink now quaffer. Something that's not very much in that sort of mould is the Leo Buring Leonay. Now, we've talked about Leo Burings before and compared Clares and Eden Valleys, but they also have, above just their standard stuff, the Leonays. And on good years, they release maybe one from the Clare, maybe one from the Eden Valley. The 2008s, they actually released both, a Clare and an Eden Valley. DW17 and DW18, look, call them Clares and Edens when it comes down to it. They're about $40, and this is a wine that is, while it's moderately approachable now, it's designed for the long haul, because Riesling is a grape that you can cellar that's white. And there aren't really that many of them out there. But you can get 10 years out of a Leo Buring Leonay with absolutely no problems whatsoever. Under the screw cap, the Stelvin, they age brilliantly. Now, this was an 08 that I opened. Luckily enough, on the same day, we got to open an 02 at the same time, compare them. Absolutely gorgeous honey notes, little touch of kerosene in there. They do age just so well. $40 for this. Cracking wine, you know, now even better in 5 to 10 years' time. So if you've got somewhere to store them, whether that's under the bed, in a cupboard, in a decent cellar, make sure you've got some lying down.
Yeah, and look, if you haven't tried aged Rieslings before, find out a tasting, seek something out, because they really are a wonder when they're done right.
Yes, and speaking of tastings, we're going to have one in Melbourne reasonably soon, so stay tuned for details on that. But anyhow, that's it for this week on Wine Week, and we'll see you all again next week.
See you next week.